Good morning, students. Hope you all can hear me. So, today's topic is strings, arrays, and vector. Out of which we will discuss today about strings and arrays. Strings and array programs we have already seen, but certain salient features we will see today. Okay. So, strings actually play an important role in Java program. Actually, you cannot say this is a part of the OP in Java part, but actually very important in Java programming. That's why we have to discuss this chapter. So, string is used to declare a string variable. See, the beauty of string is that in C or C++, there was no separate data type called string, but in Java we had a data type exclusively for strings. In C or C++, we have to deal with a collection of characters. That is why it's a very troublesome issue to program string related matters in C, C++, but that is very beautifully handled in Java. Okay, so string is not a simple data type or primitive, it is a class. Okay, so string is actually a derived data type that we can say. The string class is final. Final means it cannot be inherited. So it is used to in common line argument. It is string args. So string args means an array of type string. So it is initialized. You can declare an array of strings. The total string constant can be assigned to a string variable. A variable of the string type can be assigned to another variable of type string. Okay. So example is string s1 equal to Java. That means within the double quotes you can assign some string and it will be assigned to a variable named s1 whose type is string. In string s2 and s2 equal s1. So this is a possible statement in Java. The system that outward print and s1 or s2. Whichever you print, but they will give the same output Java. Okay, output will be Java. Even if you print system.println s1, then also you will get. So string is passed as an argument of println statement. Here s1, s2 are object of type string. Okay, Java defines one operator for string object such as plus. So it is used to concatenate two strings. For example, the statement string case equal to well plus come will give you welcome. You see the gap will not be inserted automatically because here no gap is inserted here. So single space bar is actually to be exclusively given in either of the components, that is after the well part or before the come part. You can uh, add a space if you want the display to be well gap come. Concatenation and changing case. Okay, so there are several built-in methods which actually enable working with strings in Java. Very convenient and interesting. String class contains several methods. Java provides for changing all the letters of a string to two uppercase and two lowercase. So these methods are illustrated in below. See, we have already handled several programming exercises in assignments around 5 or 6 or somewhat like that about strings. Okay, so uh, the use of this function, some of or many of these functions are already done, but still I am repeating their use. So two uppercase and two lowercase is actually to convert any string to uppercase or lowercase. Okay, so no matter what is the original case of the string, it will be lowercase or uppercase once you add the function. The use is, you see, so for example, the class name will be change case and public static void main string args. So here the beauty of string args is that you may not even pass one argument to the main execution. So string s equal to test of string, string s1 dot s1 equal to s dot two lowercase. So it will display the entire test of string to entire lowercase, and s1 su equal to s dot two uppercase will display entire string to uppercase. So as you can see, XML string will be test of string in mixed case, uppercase will be test of string into lowercase, and lowercase will be test of string into lowercase. So the two lowercase method returns a new string with the name same character in lowercase. Similarly, to uppercase method returns the uppercase. So if you want to see all methods related to string, just type the following: java p java.lang.string. Okay, so java p will give you the detailed explanation of the methods of the string. So if you want to store the output of the above command, redirect the output as follows. For example, normally if you want to display the output on the console, the output will be Java, suppose Java, suppose this function, so Java change case. Okay, but if you redirect it to this particular, then that is the greater than sign and case.txt. So whatever output you will it will be generated, the console will generate, it will be directed and saved to a file called test.txt. Okay, so next time if you open that particular file test.txt, you will get the content saved in the file. Okay, method names are start with lowercase letter, name of the methods have more than one word used, then the second and subsequent words are marked with a leading uppercase. So this naming convention we have already seen. So method names should start with a verb actually. So it will start with lowercase and two uppercase. So here are three words concatenated. So except the first one, every leading character of every word, concatenated word, will be in uppercase. So U will be uppercase, E will be uppercase. So string objects are immutable. That means they cannot be changed. A substring is a string so a substring method. So substring is a string whose characters from continuous part of another string. So the string class include two forms of substring methods. So substring integer n, substring integer m, and integer n. So there is a difference between these two versions. That means actually you can say the substring method is actually overloaded. Okay, there are two different forms. So it is actually polymorphism. So the first one gives substring from nth character to the end, and from nth character means from nth character to the end. For example, if the word is of five characters, so index will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then n character means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you want to display n equal to 4, then it will be from 3. The second one give m character to the nth character, not included nth character. Okay, so nth character is not included. That means if you want to display from 4, it will be after 4 character. Okay, that means 5th and 6th character of the thing. The total number of characters is nm characters, n minus m characters. Okay, so it will be n minus m characters. So use will be, as you can say, suppose a b c d e f g h is the test string, then given string is test, so it will give you a b c d e f g h. So substring from, so test the substring 3, that means a b c will be excluded from 3 to n, that means d e f g h, a b c will not be included. So substring from 0 to 3, substring 0 to 3, 0 to 3 will be A, B, C. So 0, 1, 2. That is why, so 3 means actually excluding 3 because index is 0, 1, 2. That is why it will be from 3. Okay. So if you consider count is from 0, it will be including the third character. If you if you count from 1, it will be excluding the third character. Then substring 2 to 4. That means substring from 2 to 4. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 2 to 4, that is C and D. So substring from 3, 3 will be nothing, blank, because excluding 3 and up to 3 it is blank. Okay, then as you can see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So substring 2 to 4 means 0, 1, 2, 2 and 3 and excluding 4. Okay, so C and D. So the program uses the same object case if the it first prints the character string, the second output is begin with character at 3 to 4 and so on. Then we have another method called length. So you can obtain the length of a string by the length method. How to use it? Suppose there is a string A, it will be A and B, then A dot length equal to 2. Okay, and S1 equal to test, S1 dot length, if you print S1 dot length, it will be 4. We have another method called index of. So the method is used to find the first occurrence of characters in the string. So it has the format of index of C and index of Cn. How to use it? That means first occurrence of that particular character C in the string. Okay. If it is repeated multiple times in the in the string, it will only print you first one. So how to use it? So suppose a string S1 equal to Java, then a given string is and length of string is, suppose it will be given 4. Okay, so the index of p is, suppose s1 dot index of p. So what it will be in this index of b is 2 because a why 2? Because 0, 1, 2. Then first occurrence of a in s1 dot index of a is, there are two a's, so it will be 1 because the a first occurrence of a will be 1 because it will come from 0, 1, 1. Then you can if you want to count the next index, so actually I equal to s1 the index of a, then the next index of a is s1 the index of a, then 2 plus 1, that means the next index. Okay, s1 the index of a and plus 1 from the next one. So the next index of a is 3, last index of a is 3, that you can find them. So last index is actually another function, but middle index is not a function, so that is not available. Then char at character, you can obtain the character at a specified index. So actually index of and char at are functions with opposite behavior. In index of function, what you get is the particular position number with reference to a character. In case of char at, you can get the character with reference to a particular position. To obtain the character at a specific index in a string by calling the method char at index. So method replaces and then another method is called replace. So every occurrence of a character with another. Okay, so syntax is replace existing character by replace character. So look at the example. So s1 equal to say Java. So then character at 2 is say s1 at char at 2. That means position 2. So this is just opposite of index of. Okay, and replace j by k, that means s1 dot replace jk. So every j will be replaced by k. So if you replace a by k, then jk vk it will be displayed. So replace j by k will be ka vk, and if you replace a by k will be jk vk. And another method is called equals. The method is used to find the contents. Find the contents are same, that is two strings are equal or not. So it return a boolean value. So it will be boolean true or false. And equals, there is another comparison operator called equal sign. Okay, so are not same operators. Equals method compares the character inside a string character, and then equal sign operator compares two object references. So actually there are two ways to see whether two strings are equal with the dot equals method and equal double equal sign. But let us see the difference of that. Suppose s1 equal to java in small case, s2 equal to java in uppercase, then string s3 equal to new string s1. That means s3 will be s1 itself, and s4 is another blank string, and s4 equal to s1. So s1 equal to s1, s2 equal to s2, it will print. So Java. So s1 equals s2, that is s1 equals s2. So these actually Java is case sensitive. So Java in small case equalizes Java in uppercase, that is false. Okay, so Java equals Java false. Then Java ignore case. So equals ignore case. Equals ignore case is a function that actually equalizes by ignoring the case. So Java in small case equals Java in capital case, ignoring case will be true because their characters are same. Then equals the content true. S1 dot S1 so S1 dot equals S3 will be true because why S3? So S1 equal to anything S1. So that is why S3 and S1 are the same content. So S1 dot S3 will be true. Then compare reference S1 equal to S3. So S1 equal to S3 will be false. Why? Because they are actually two different objects. So compare reference S1 equal to S4 will be true. Why S1 equal to S4? Because S1 and S4 are same object, but here actually S3 and S1, although their content is same, they are two different objects because actually they are created as two different objects, although their content is same. Okay, so that is why S1 equal S3 will be false, but S1 equal to S3 S4 will be. Then we have some data conversion functions. So often need to change the primitive data type to string and string data type to primitive. The value of method convert primitive values to strings. Okay. If you use the value of method, so anything, any data type can be converted to a string. So string dot value of the use is string dot value of parameter. That means it converts the parameter value to string representation. The example we will see. Suppose character C equal to star, then boolean B equal to true, int n equal to 1, 2, 3, double D equal to 3.14. So first you C, B, and D, etc. all are printed. Then string CS equal to string dot value of C. Okay, so CS is actually a string which is converting C to string. Okay, so C character to string. So this particular character now will be string. So BS, that means boolean to string. So it will displace B equal to true. TRUE is now a string. Earlier true was a boolean value. Now after conversion true will become a string. Then n equal to 123 and d equal to 3.14 string. Earlier d equal to 3.14 was a number only. It's a double number. Then we have another method called trim. Trim method. So trim actually which may leading and trailing white spaces can be removed. So if you add some blank spaces with the string, so suppose there are two blank spaces before and after the word test. So total number of, if you print then s1 dot length, then it will be actually 4 plus 4, that means 8. But if you print length of s1 dot trim, that means it will print 4 because it will now truncate the leading and trailing white spaces. Then concat. Concat is the method similar to plus to concatenate two strings. So s1 equal to Java, s2 equal to internet, s3 equal to s1 concat s2. That means s1 will be followed by s2. Okay, so if you give s2 dot s1, it will be s2 first, then followed by s2. Then to string. Okay, so it is just again opposite of value of. To create a string representation of the object, so the method is actually to represent your own string by simply overriding. Okay, here what method we observe is value of. So suppose two string. So overriding a method to string. So what over two string is actually converting to string, but we can override it. How? Let us see. Suppose class circle is there, double radius, then circle double r1, then radius equal to r1 we get. Then public string to string, then return circle has a radius equal to radius. Okay. Suppose this particular radius will be converted to string. Then class IND, so public static void main string args, so circle C equal to new circle 10 0, is same out of 20 and C. So output is circle has a radius 10. So this time the output is actually converted to string. Then there are other methods starts with end with, so function returns boolean value whether a given string is begins with or with a specified character or string, or it ends with a particular character or string, that can be verified. It will return either to suppose, for example, s1 dot start with a. If it the character particular string starts with a, then it will return true. Either, for example, suppose s1 equal to Java and s1 dot starts with a, so it will return false because actually it starts with j. Simply s1 dot ends with a will be true because JAVA ends with character a. Then use of string buffer. String buffer, you can check yourself. And then append is another important method. The method concatenates the string representation of any other type of data to the end of invoking string buffer object. So class append. So public static void main string is string buffer j equal to new string buffer 10. Okay. So actually this particular method explains the use of string buffer. So string buffer, better I explain it. So string keys class is one of the most useful classes, but its objects are immutable and fixed length. So in contrast, string buffer class is used to operate, typically modify the string or change its length. So the problem with string is that they are always fixed length. Okay. So if you want variable length string, you better use the string buffer method. So it is mutable, so you can insert a character at middle or end. So the problem with string class is that it is immutable. What is immutable? You cannot, once you assign some characters to the string, then you cannot change it. That means if you try to change it, we have to create a new string. But string buffer is actually mutable. That means you can change the values at the original position. So the constructors actually string buffer with blank, then string buffer in size, fixed size, then string buffer in str. So the size will be depending on the str that you pass as parameter. So in the first case, string buffer has no parameters, it will allocate 16 characters without real location. The second one is integer value and set its size. So default size is 16, and otherwise if you want to change the size. The third one is this initial value of reserve for 16 characters without reallocation, and it is providing flexibility for changing a string require substantial space and complexity. So every string buffer has two methods and their length and capacity. So basically length and capacity are the two parameters. So the length of a string buffer object and the number of characters it contains, and capacity is the number of characters it can contain without being expanded. So actually string buffer actually an expandable length. So once you start to initially, suppose you start with 10 characters, later you want to plan to 20 or 30 characters, you can expand it. Okay. So now come to some uses. So string buffer s1 equal to new string buffer. So string buffer s2 equal to new string buffer 10, that means length 10. Then string buffer s3 equal to new string buffer Java. Okay. So system dot out println. So content equal to s1. So what it will print? Content equal to s1 nothing. Then length equal to 0. So s1 dot length will be 0. So capability s1 dot capacity. So s1 dot capacity 16. So 16 characters. Okay. Then constructor 2 content length capability. So s1 dot content will be blank because nothing will be then. The length will be 0 because nothing will be 0, but capacity will be 10. And constructor 3 length will be content will be Java because it was initialized with the string Java. Then length will be 4 and capacity will be 20. Okay, because 20 plus 16 every time it will go, it will add 16 characters because room for additional 16 character will be automatically added. Then we come append. So append is actually related to string buffer classes before that. So string buffer j equal to new string buffer 10. So let us create an string buffer 10. Then j dot append Java is. So initially nothing was there, so Java is will start it. So system dot println plus j will go length of the length will be j dot length, and it will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So total it will be 7 characters. So capacity will be 10. Then j dot append 100% 100% oops, and length will be j dot length, so java will be 100, java is 100% oops, so it will give you length will be 16 and capacity will be 20. And then another method we have string buffer, which is reverse. Okay, so string buffer as equal to new string buffer xyz as the previous, it will be z1 x. In set character at, set char at, and insert. Okay, so these are characters functions that can modify the strings or string buffer. So because of limitations of string class, we use string buffer class, which are actually mutable as well as expandable. So some functions to show the use. So string buffer s1 equal to say new string buffer I Java 1 Java. Okay, for I Java, then string system to the println s1, it will be s1. Then for access in the characters, integer I equal to 0 s1 dot length I plus plus system dot println I equal to plus I plus character at s1 dot character at I. Okay, so character as every character it will print, so it will be character as 0 is I, then character as 1 is blank, character as 2 is j, character as 3 is a, etc. and so on. Then inserting s1 dot insert to love. So for at position 2 it will insert love. Okay, now after that if you print s1, then it will give you I love Java. Then suppose set char at 4. So suppose set char at 3i. So third character will be replaced by I. So 0, 1, 2. So live Java. So I leave Java. Okay, O will be replaced. It is the that will be replaced by 4. So set char at 4 will be k. Okay, so system.out.println 4 equal to, so li he will be replaced by k. So I like Ram. So this way it can display the modification using the method insert and set char. So initially it was I Java, then it became I love Java, then I leave Java, then I like. Now we come to another important topic called arrays. Arrays also we have already seen several programs in our earlier part of the laboratory assignments. Still certain things we have to discuss. So array is the representation of data in contiguous spaces in memory of your computer. All the variables of the array have the same name. Each element in an array is distinguished by the index subscript. So index value start from 0. All elements in an array must have the same data type. So this is another definition of array. It is, an array is a collection of elements of the same type that are referred by a common. Okay. So to create an array, following says declare and allocate storage. So arrays can be single dimensional and multi-dimensional. So single dimensional array easiest to use. So data type array symbol variable name, or integer array symbol variable name, or even integer variable name then the square brackets. That is called the array symbol. So for example, rect number equal to new in 10. So that will be initialization. So whenever an array object is created, elements are automatically initialized with their default value. That is 0 for integer type. So all values will be 0. Integer type means byte, short, int and long, all are 0, and 0.0 for floating point, float and double, and false for boolean, and /u0000 for char, and null for any reference. So to create any reference variable will be null initially. There are several examples on array. Suppose this particular array will set the default value. So integer array equal to reg number new in 5. Okay. For example, it will create an array of size 5. The system.out.println default value for integer I equal to 0, I less than reg dot length, that is up to the maximum length, and I plus plus. So system.out.println reg number I. So it will store all 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, default value. Okay. Then store some value for integer I equal to 0, I equal to less than that, reg number dot length, then j plus plus, then reg number j equal to j plus 100. Okay, so every value will be indexed plus 100. So for k equal to 0, k less than 5, k plus plus, then k equal to k plus reg number k. So this time will be k0 will be 100, k1 will be 101, etc. So every initial value will be so every value will be replaced by index value plus 100. Okay, so explicit array initialization, we can initialize an array explicitly with the initialization list. For example, integer array symbol reg number equal to value 100, 101, 102. So in this case, it will be equivalent to following integer reg number equal to new min 3 and reg number 0 equal to 100, reg number 1 equal to 101, reg number 2 equal to 102. So this particular 5 statements will be summarized by only one single statement like. So some example, the ascending and descending order of number by explicit array declaration. So class sort. So some sorting example is given now. Suppose integer number equal to 100, 120, 101, 107, 110. Then integer length, where length equal to number dot length. So length will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will be 5. So system.println unsorted list. So original list will be printed first, then I equal to 0, I less than length, I plus plus system.out.println number I, it will print the values in the original order 100, 120, 101, 107 and 110. Then sorting into integer I equal to 0 to length I plus plus, for integer j equal to I plus 1 to length j plus plus. That means every next character will be considered from the index. Then there is a temporary variable which is called actually typical verbal sort. So integer temp equal to number I equal to number j, and number j equal to temp. So storing if the number I will be number j, that means if the first value will be greater than the second value, because actually we are ordering in the descending order. Sorry, it is ascending order. So if it is smaller, so we want descending order, so second value should be largest. So if the first value position towards the beginning, value towards the beginning is larger than the second value, then we have to swap using a temporary variable, and ultimately we complete the swapping, and then we go on swapping every value. So system.out.println ascending order, and then length, then reverse order. We print in the reverse order same array from length minus 1 to 0. Okay. So first we print the array, because it is the array in swapping. So the first array is ascending order, and we can get the ascending order 100, 101, 107, 110, 120. For descending order, we just simply print the array in the reverse order. That means from the reverse end to the beginning. So it will be 120, 110, 107, 101 and 100. Then we come to multi-dimensional array. So multi-dimensional array, it may be 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional, or even higher dimensional also. So popular is 2-dimensional array, where we have two square bracket symbols showing that 2 dimensions. So if we have more dimensions, increase the number of square bracket pairs accordingly. So new data type m into n. So this is actually n cross m dimensional array. So 3 means 3 cross 3, 3 4 means 3 rows and 4 columns, and so on. So class unit. So this is actually one example of showing into the multi-dimensional. So in matrix equal to in 3 3. That means 3 by 3 matrix. Matrix 0 0 equal to 1, matrix 1 1 equal to 1, matrix 2 2 equal to 1, and system.out.println the 3 cross 3 matrix. So what it will do is from I equal to 0 to length I plus plus, j equal to 0 to length matrix dot length j plus plus, then y matrix dot length is related with 3. Okay. So the length will display 3. So system.out.println matrix ij. So what it will do is initial values were 0, 0, 0 for all values, and the diagonal elements are set as 1, and then rest will be 0. So diagonal element will be displayed as 1, then other elements will be displayed as 0. There are some other examples you can see and understand yourself. Okay, you can read and understand these examples yourself. If time permits, we will also come back to them once again. So as of now, I will stop here. Before that, I will take the attendance. Students, the examples will be again discussed elaborately. Many of the arrays examples and string examples are already done. So if some example is not discussed, you can see from the book. That is the PDF is actually extracted from the book. It is working programs, so you can try them. And if you have any complaint, if you have any problem in executing those programs, you can always post me in the Google Classroom, and I'll request your responses. Chandrasekhar Yadav present today. Chandrasekhar, Changlim, Ongpham present.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
David Rimo, David.
Present, sir.
Jitul Kumar,
Present, sir.
Luknu,
Present, sir.
Nilroton,
Present, sir.
Prasenjit,
Present, sir.
Saidur, Saidur, Wilson,
Present, sir.